Hey everyone, it's Kirsten, and this is my race report for the Horsetooth 10K swim in 2016-15. This was the 16th year that they've done the swim. This is the second year that I did the swim, and I had really high hopes leading up to the swim. I've trained really well for the swim this year. My time last year was 3 hours and 3 minutes, and I was certain that I could get under 3 hours this year. So my training was perfect. I wouldn't change a thing. If I do it again, I would do the exact same training. I felt great leading up to the race until the week before. I actually had some inflammation in my sciatic nerve. So I basically was in pain. If you've had any problems with sciatica before, sitting, standing, bending over, moving around, twisting, is all really painful. So I did what I could the week before, took tons of drugs, nothing helped, rested, didn't help. And so I swam the Friday before in the pool, nice and easy, just to see if I could swim, because it didn't hurt like laying on my stomach. I could only sleep on my stomach. So I swam on Friday morning. It felt pretty good. You know, I could feel it, but it didn't hurt. I couldn't do flip turns or push off the wall, but I don't need to do that in a lake anyway. So I decided to go ahead and do the swim, which was on the Sunday, which was 2 days later. So great day. It was clear. It was about 50 degrees at the start, so a little chilly. There's a little bit of breeze, so it made the water a little choppier than it was last year, but not too bad. So this year there was the most contestants ever. So the most ever. So I think there was about 80 people who ended up doing the swim. So the swim was divided into 3 waves, fast wave, medium wave, and the slow wave. And each wave went 1 minute apart. So it was really nice because last year the waves went further apart and there was less people. So there was a lot of time during the swim where I didn't see anyone. Whereas this year I could always see people in front of me and in back of me. So I liked that a lot better. So starting the swim, a little bit chilly. The water was about 68 degrees, and it's a non-wetsuit swim. For those who don't know about it, it's a 10K swim across Horsetooth Reservoir in Fort Collins, Colorado, non-wetsuit. So we started off, felt excited and ready to go, although I was very, very sore that morning, and realized as soon as I started that the wind making the extra little waves in the lake did not feel good on my back at all. And I didn't even think about sighting. So as soon as I started sighting, every time I would lift my head, it would hurt my back a lot. So the first 30 minutes, I was pretty much in my head going, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Should I just quit? I should probably just quit. This is ridiculous. I'm not having fun. And it was just basically a big shitstorm in my head about how this is, I'm miserable and I'm hurting and I'm in pain and this is stupid. And so I decided not to quit, and then also decided if I was going to keep going, I was going to need to change my attitude. So the next hour I worked on changing my attitude, saying some nice relaxing mantras. And about an hour and a half into the swim, I started feeling a lot better. It wasn't hurting as much unless I did an extra hard pull or like reached a little too far. Then it was uncomfortable, but not bad at all. So that got better. So I was really excited about that. So I knew I wasn't going as fast as my goal and as fast as last year, but I was just happy to be out there swimming. So one thing that happened is my paddler. So each person has a paddler that stays with them just for safety and to give them, nutrition or water or whatever they need. And my paddler didn't find me when they were supposed to, at the beginning of the race. So I was actually without my paddler. And about an hour and a half in, I ended up getting a zone paddler, which is kind of a general safety paddler that just paddles around making sure everyone's okay. She stayed by me until my paddler caught up to me, but she didn't have any food. Well, sorry, she had like bison jerky, woohoo, and almonds. So 2 well, I don't eat bison jerky, and almonds just wouldn't give me any instant energy. I really wanted sports drink. So I was around 2 hours, I started getting pretty tired as far as, okay, I'm cold. I need some nutrients. I need some nutrition and calories. And, so I just was like, well, there's nothing really I can do. So I just kept going. About 2.5 hours in, my paddler found me. Woohoo! So, and she felt really bad. It was a big misunderstanding. But anyway, I was fine. I never felt unsafe. I just really wanted my sports drink. So I slammed the bottle of my sports drink and carried on. I had about 45 minutes left of the swim. So the last 45 minutes, I felt awesome. So the previous 45 minutes, I wasn't in any pain. I was just tired. I just didn't have any energy. I just really wanted that electrolyte and calorie drink. So the last 45 minutes, I picked it up a little bit. I felt really good. The wind died down a little, so it was actually a lot smoother. Although toward the end, if you are thinking about doing this race, just be prepared for this because it happened last year too. Toward the end, there's a lot of speedboats. So you get those big, like, smooth waves that kind of throw you off if you're in a rhythm. So we did get those, but no big deal. I got them last year, so I was expecting that. So I finished strong. The last 45 minutes, I went pretty hard, finishing in a total of 3 hours and 14 minutes. So 14 minutes over my goal, or 15 minutes over my goal. But considering that, you know, I could barely move 2 days before and I didn't have any nutrition, I'm very happy with my race. And I did finish with a really good attitude, excited to do it again. And, you know, my love of swimming still stands strong. It was just, I was in a funk those first 30 minutes. It was pretty rough. I never say I want to quit in a race, no matter how hard it is. I can't remember the last time I thought I wanted to quit. Oh, yeah, I do. On the bike in Hawaii, but I wasn't going to quit. I just kept thinking, like, I hate this. This sucks. But in this race, I seriously considered quitting. So I'm really glad I didn't quit. I finished freezing. I was super, super cold. I think it's because I didn't have enough calories in me. The water was cold and the air was colder than it was last year. So I think that just trifecta, that triple combination, I finished really, really cold. So it took me a while to warm up. Luckily, the dive rescue people and my mom and my nephew and my brother's wife's mom were all there to help warm me up and support me. So I'm really grateful that I had them there to help out. So all in all, I had a great race. It was fun. I am definitely doing it again next year because I have to break 3 hours and I know I'm capable of it. Of course I'm capable of it. You know, and I didn't do anything for my sciatica to flare up. It just happened. It's happened a couple times before in my life. And, you know, there's nothing I would do differently, next year. I feel like I did everything the right way. Definitely a better communication with my paddler so that I could get some calories in, maybe an hour in, hour and a half at the latest, but 2.5 is a little too late for me to get my first calories in for the day. So, or for the race. I had breakfast, of course. So that is how my race went down. It's an awesome race. It's in August in Fort Collins, Colorado. So if you're interested in doing a long distance swim, the cutoff is like 5 hours or 5.5 hours. So you don't have to be a great swimmer to be able to do it. So I encourage everyone to check it out. I'll post the link to the race in the info section. And I just want to, so I wore Roka swim skin, which I love. So I'll post a link to that. And then my goggles were amazing. I didn't have to adjust them or take them off or wipe them clean or anything for 3 hours and 14 minutes. They stayed perfectly on my face, even with my sunscreen, no fog, no anything. It was amazing. So they're the Aquasphere Eagle goggles. So I'll post a link to that because I am like in love with these goggles. So, that's pretty much how it went down. If anyone has any questions about the race, if you're wanting to do it next year or just have any other questions, comment here or reach out and get a hold of me and I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day and I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye.